everyone, today I'm going to be doing my third to last episode in my Mistletoe series 3. So first of all, I'm going to start off by priming my eyelids with the Maybelline Colour Tattoo 24-hour gel cream eyeshadow in On and On Bronze. And also, my hair is a different colour, and those really nasty roots have gone and they've been replaced with, but I'm keeping it a surprise. You'll see this in my next video, which is my coffee talks video on Christmas and my new hair and stuff like that. Once I've primed my eyelids, I'm going to move on to applying Copperine, which is an orangey copper colour, and I am going to apply this all over my eyelids. This is a really nice colour, it's really shimmery, and also it looks flipping brilliant with gold eyeshadow and on the eyes. It really makes blue eyes stand out, and I love it. It's probably one of my favourites. I don't always use it so often, but when I want to, I will add the red. I will do it because it's like, I call it like a high fashion look. So sometimes, because it's so high fashion, I don't always wear it. And I'm also going to apply it underneath my eyes, and don't worry about the fallout from underneath my eyes. It does happen quite a bit. So just wipe away any fallout from under the eyes, just because you don't want your foundation under your eyes going orange or something strange. So once you have done that, you can apply line your lower lash line. The colour I'm using to line my lower lash line is Copperine again, because I really want my blue eyes just to stand out, so that everyone goes, wow, like, your eyes are really blue and it looks so different. So I thought I would do that, and I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes and blending it up into the crease, just because this makes the eye look kind of connected, if that makes any sense. So the lower lash line connected with the eyelid, and then I literally apply so much underneath my eyes so that I can get the perfect amount. So I just wipe away, and it looks good, and the shape looks good, and it looks really well done. Although it's messily done, but it looks amazing, if that makes any sense. So I'm going back in and applying a little bit more if I've wiped away too much. And yeah, and then I am moving on to applying, what colour? I'm going into the Naked palette, and I am going to use, I'm just getting the palette now. I think I'm using, oh, I can't see, it doesn't have the names on it, because they're rubbed off. I'm going to apply a bit of the colour next to Nuna, and also the pink, the lightest pink, the sparkly shade, on the inner half of my eyelid using my finger. So a mix of them two together. This is going to create the perfect look and also give dimension to the eye. It just tones down the copper colour and also makes it look absolutely flipping amazing. And yeah, and then I'm going to move on to applying a crease colour, and I'm going to be using Saddle from the Warm Neutral palette. This is actually one of my favourite palettes. Like, I use this in every single video that I do, and it's called Saddle. And I'm just going to apply this into my crease, just blending in circular motions on the outer half of my eye, and then in a rainbow shape and window wipers, I am going to blend it like so, and again doing the same thing. This just kind of helps create a shape to the eye, and also just kind of making sure that the colours look blended and also very well. And then I'm going to move on to applying a bit more of a goldish colour in the Urban Decay Naked Free palette. And then I'm going to move on to finding a colour to go on my outer half of my eyelid, just to create dimension again to my eyes. And I'm using a palette which I made myself in Ireland. I can't remember the name of it, but it's from M.A.C, and it's like a reddish toned purple, muted purple, red, brown colour, if that makes any sense. And I'm using this on the outer half of my eyelid, and then blending it into the crease as well, and again blending it onto the lower lash line and connecting it to my eyelid. And I'm doing the same on the other eye, just blending it in. And yes, excuse the back of my hair, I had a really bad knot there, and obviously I didn't realise and brush it out, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so I'm just going to blend it like so, and keep blending it. This, and also connecting it to the bottom, this just helps it. And also what I recommend doing is always to pick an eyeshadow, a dark eyeshadow, an eyeshadow that kind of matches your skin colour, or and also has the same tone to it, so that it doesn't look too out. It looks kind of that it matches better, because sometimes it can look a bit too it could look chalky, or it could look a bit too out there, which happens to me sometimes. Like, if you saw my last look using Gorgeous Gold, that was, it just it looked, instead of looking gold, it looked green, and it did look nice. But, and then I'm going to move on to applying eyeliner and mascara and everything like that. And I highlight my inner corner just using a little bit of a rosy pink colour, gold. And I also added a little bit of Amberlights to my eyes, just to kind of add a little bit of gold in it. It'll warm it up a little bit more, and also give it a little bit more dimension instead of it being kind of orange based. I wanted to add a little bit of gold to it so that it looks slightly different. Then I'm moving on to applying eyeliner. I shook it first. Yeah, I do that. I don't know why it helps. It doesn't really. And also, I do need to get a new mascara, because when the mascara's kind of dried up a little bit, I bought a new mascara, but some numpty used it, and I was like, I'm not going to risk it and then use it and then get an eye infection, because, you know, it had been opened, and like when I opened it, like the mascara was like round the edges, and I was like, this has been used. So I just thought, you know what, I'm not going to use it, and I'll have to carry on using this old mascara that needs to be thrown away because it's dried up. So yeah, which is not really helpful. I did buy a new one, just to let you guys know I'm not completely stupid and carrying on using an old mascara. I did buy a new one, and it just happened to be used by some numpty who's using it for. But I don't know why anyone would use a mascara in the shop. I mean, it's not a tester, so yeah. So, rant over there. I just applied the eyeliner. This just helps bring volume to my eyelashes, and as you can see, the mascara is literally pathetic looking. So I'm just applying it on my eyelid, and to be honest, my other eye looks a bit droopy. That's probably because my blending skills are not up to scratch. I am practicing. Obviously, the makeup tutorials for me are practice, and also they're to teach you other people how to do my eye makeup and how I do it, and it's just like practice together is what basically teamwork basically. So you can point out my mistakes, help me get better at my makeup, and I just show you how I do my makeup and different makeup looks, and trying out new eyeshadows and lipsticks and stuff like that. And I'm just applying the mascara to my top and bottom lashes just to finish off the eye makeup. Once I've finished the eye makeup, I'm going to move on to foundation and blush and everything. But first of all, just using a makeup wipe just to go around and get rid of any smudges that might happen to be on my eyelids. And then I am going to apply a little bit of so I'm just kind of waiting because literally I'm doing a voiceover and it takes a while. Oh, I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with the eyeshadow colour, which is just kind of it's Brûlée from the Urban Decay MAC Warm Neutral palette. And then I am going to go in and use a little bit of a neutral brown eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows, and yeah. Then I'm going to move on to foundation, blush, contour, all that. So I'm using the Barry M Flawless Flawless Matte Foundation. I don't really like this just because it sinks into dry skin, and also it's just slightly too dark for me, but it's the only foundation that I had on me, so I am using this. I'm just putting it on my nose, my forehead, under my eyes, because I also didn't have a concealer, which by the way, I do now because I did go makeup shopping with my gran yesterday, and I got Christmas presents as well for my family. And I am applying this just where I need it, and I don't apply too much. I know it looks like a lot, but I apply where I need it, and the extra coverage. So yeah, I'm just going to blend it out like so in circular motions. And also I am going to apply found a blush as well. I do like to give an extra coverage just because this foundation is a little bit light. It's not kind of the coverage isn't that good. Another thing that I wouldn't recommend about this foundation, it just kind of smooths out your skin complexion. It doesn't really do much for covering anything. My favourite is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation, because it actually matches my skin, and it claims on here it perfectly matches the skin colour and texture. So my dry skin doesn't look like dry skin. It makes my skin look really smooth, and it just matches my skin perfectly like it says on the bottle, while the Flawless Matte Foundation does not do that. And also got it in the wrong shade, which doesn't really help with my views on it. And I'm just going to kind of blend out the foundation under my eyes, just because I want to look wide awake, which, by the way, this foundation doesn't do. But the True Match one, you can basically use it as a concealer as well, and it just saves money. If you use it for both, and it doesn't cake up and underneath your eyes either, so it's really nice. As you can see, I'm actually applying a little bit more of foundation underneath my eyes. As I said, it just doesn't cover anything. It just kind of smooths out the skin complexion like a BB cream would. So, yeah, I'm just kind of applying a little bit more on the places that I need it, and a little bit more coverage. This has been filmed a week ago, so this is kind of filmed after I applied. I was using these products a week after I got my new products, and there will be a new video on that, and also a new video with my new hair, which you guys, I am going to keep a secret until I film the video and upload it, so you won't see it unless you follow me on Instagram. Other than that, you will not see it. And then I'm moving on to applying Hervana by Benefit, I think, and then I'm going to add a little bit of a MAC blush, which is called, I'm sorry for the rattling sounds, Love Cloud. I'm going to use a little bit of Love Cloud just on the outer half of my cheeks, and then I'm going in with the what's it called? Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Face Sculpt and Glow, and I'm just applying this on my nose and my forehead, and just kind of contouring my face a little bit, using a fluffy brush. And then I'm going to move on to lining, applying some highlighter, and I'm using actually vanilla extract as a highlight, because I don't actually have a highlighter, and I like using the eyeshadow from the Warm Neutral palette. So I'm just applying this on my cupid's bow, my cheekbones, my nose, and my chin just to bring a little bit more light to the face. And with dry skin, that's always a good thing, because your skin looks a bit more dull when it's dry, and I always recommend doing this. And then I am going to move on to lining my lips. I am using the New Look Pure Colour lip liner pencil, and basically I'm just tracing around my lips, and then I'm just kind of filling them in. This just helps keeps the lipstick on. I'm not very good at applying lipstick, that's the only thing. Like, it seems simple to apply a lipstick, but for me, I find it really hard just to kind of be precise, and sometimes I just feel like I'm just not kind of steady enough, like my hand's shaking or something when I'm applying lip liners and lipsticks, and so kind of have a bit of a mishap. Sometimes it goes really well and my lips look amazing, and then other times they just look like a child did it. So yeah, that kind of happens, and in this video, the child a child did it look came across like a child applied lipstick to my lips. That seemed to come across, yeah, I didn't mean to kind of that to happen again, but I'm just using this lip liner, lining my lips, and I find it's really nice, and yeah. It's really nice and soft, and I actually kind of really like it. And I'm sorry I covered my lips with the mirror. It's actually just because it's easier to just kind of look deep into the mirror. I know that sounds really funny, but yeah. And then I'm just kind of applying a muted lipstick from MAC, which is called Chili. I applied this lip liner, which doesn't really match the tone or shade of the lipstick. But because I wanted a kind of warmer look, I applied this lip liner, and the lipstick just goes really nicely. And I'm just kind of applying Chili all over my lips. The reason why I went for Chili is because it has more of like a copper tone as well to it, and it's quite muted and it's really nice. I used to like using it when I was really into the gold shades, and yeah, and it's just really, really nice, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, so it's probably one of my favourites. Other than that, yeah, and I'm just kind of applying this all over my lips. Again, I just said that, whoops. Then moving on, I'm actually curling my hair because I'm going to a Christmas party and I wanted my hair to be curly. So basically, I just curl my hair and then point the wand down towards the floor, so it creates these pin curls. And yeah, so I just kind of wrap it round and then point it towards the floor. Again, I do this on every bit of my hair. So here is the finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!